Beside a dark river sits a sprawling banyan tree. The movements here are governed by biological necessity, creating a closed environment where every action serves a specific physical purpose. A heron lives within these branches. Its existence is defined by predation, a routine that requires no reflection or complex decision-making to sustain itself. The heron eats what the river provides: rough-shelled crabs and ordinary fish. These are not choices. They are the basic caloric requirements needed to reach the next day. This sequence maps the heron's daily life. It is a predator's loop, a cycle of hunger, hunting, and consumption that repeats without variation. While this loop is efficient for survival, it is a vacuum for storytelling. In a perfectly predictable system where every need is met by a routine action, there is no room for a narrative to develop. For a story to begin, this biological loop must be broken by an external force that the routine cannot account for. This requires a variable that the heron's instincts don't immediately categorize as food. A moral dilemma begins when the drive for survival is forced into a pause by something the character cannot explain. In the murky water near the banyan roots, a vivid blue fish appears. Its smooth, darting movement and bright color are a sharp departure from the jagged, dull-colored prey the heron usually encounters. The original text uses the word sundar, or beautiful, to describe this fish. This adjective introduces a subjective value to the scene, shifting the focus from the fish's nutritional value to its visual quality. We can map the heron's reaction through this logic tree. The left side is the standard hunting protocol, but the right side shows what happens when the heron recognizes a pattern it finds attractive. It creates a system halt, a millisecond of aesthetic arrest where the hunting instinct is momentarily suspended to process the visual. The heron hesitates, its physical movement stopping entirely as it watches the anomaly in the water. The tension here is a conflict between the bird's biological drive to hunt and its sudden internal pull to simply observe. This creates two paths that cannot both be taken. The heron can follow its nature and eat the fish, which ensures its survival but immediately destroys the beauty it has just discovered. Or it can spare the fish, preserving the aesthetic experience while leaving its own hunger unsatisfied. This creates a direct friction between two incompatible states. The scale remains unstable because the heron's survival depends on the very thing it now wants to preserve. Narrative tension builds in this space, where a character is forced to choose between a physical necessity and a newly recognized value. This specific 30-word setup establishes a structure that has been used in storytelling for centuries. The sequence is clear: establish a routine, introduce an object of high subjective value, and force a choice that cannot satisfy both. Writers use these pivots to reveal a character's true priorities. By removing the possibility of an easy choice, the story demonstrates which internal driver is actually stronger. These fables remain relevant because they mirror a common human experience, the friction between our basic impulses and our higher-level appreciations. The original text about the heron and the blue fish achieves this transition with remarkable speed and efficiency. The power of this tale resides in the suspended moment where a biological routine is interrupted